I don't know.
Don't know. Don't know from Yorkshire. Don't know.
Alright, so let's plan, if you want to, what we could do magnet fishing then. Because I'd love to.
Love to.
Yeah.
Love to. I'd love to go magnet fishing with you, Liam. Well, it depends really. I mean, down this part of the canal, there has been spots where it's been overdone.
Right.
And then, but there are spots where it's not been done. Back that way is where I found shotgun and knives and all kinds of stuff.
Alright, cool.
And that way is where I found all the shells.
But how far would you be willing to go then? Like,
I've walked all the
once
way-
you're confident enough to...
Oh, on the boat you mean?
Yeah.
Oh right, I'm talking about walking.
So if I was to come back magnet fishing then, where like would it literally be from here and we'll just walk?
Yeah, I think that it's just easier to walk anywhere really, because then you can just stop anywhere you want.
Yeah.
I don't really want to give away actually what the
Yeah.
location, but further down is one of the locks that was destroyed during the war, and
Oh wow.
which is near where I found all the ammunition and stuff. So that area, I think, will have more things there than what's been found. There's no signs of magnet fishing in that particular area because I don't think it's that well known. The place where I found all them, where me and my dad found all them shells and that, when I went back there, I overfished that place really because 2 times in a row I found really good stuff, and the third time I went I stood there for like 3 hours and didn't find bugger all, apart from those big massive fences like that you know, like that green fence over there. They were just them rotting in the bottom of the canal, and you were just pulling pieces of sharp metal up and then pulling up big massive fences. Just ridiculous.
But that's what it's all about though, isn't it? Because you never that's what I like about it, because you never know what you're going to get. And like you said, you were out there for 3 hours and found shit all.
Yeah. No, that's happened a
But
lot.
it's just that, well, it's the same with anything. It's the same with like
Fishing in general.
yeah, and people who do metal detecting and stuff. You just don't know. But that's what I like about it. I like the thrill of what if.
And that's something that people don't understand as well, that they think that you just go out and you're finding good stuff all the time, but I've always said that
No.
you probably find one good thing for every 20 hours that you're actually
Yeah.
doing it. But I did get lucky in the beginning because I think that when I started doing it, there weren't really other people doing it in this area.
Yeah.
And I went to some bridges in Attercliffe, which is a roughish area, just down that way, and found good things more or less every time. Within a week of doing magnet fishing, so that's kind of why I got hooked on doing it really. But then I had to learn the patience of going out and finding nothing for hours and hours and hours.
So how did you hear about magnet fishing then? Like what is it? Because you said you went out with your dad, but was it before that you'd heard about it?
It was from YouTube that I was watching it. I think it may have been That's Brad. I'm sure I've had this conversation with him about it, but I think his channel and one or two others, I think his might have been the only English one I was watching at the time, but then there were some, international and sort of things. And I've always been interested in metal detecting, although I've never ever been metal detecting.
I'd love it. I would love that.
And then
Absolutely love it.
I was at my dad's watching it, and I was showing him some videos, and then we said, "Oh, should we buy some magnets?" And we bought some magnets, and then lost them straight away because
And that's another thing. Like you're gonna lose them as well.
I use washing line. Well, but the thing is, at the time, this wasn't even that long ago. It was less than a year ago, and there wasn't really that much information out. Most of these groups that have appeared in the last year, I think.
Yeah, no, they have.
And it's grown in the last year, so there were no information on what to do or where to do it or
or what magnet to get or what's the best.
So we started out with 60-kilogram magnets, which were about this big.
Yeah.
And but with those magnets, we were pulling gas bottles out of the canal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff that were heavy. And
that's the thing. This is kind of what annoys me a little bit. Like on the groups, like I try to be helpful to people, especially if they want to get into it. But when people post up that they've bought such and such a magnet, whatever it is, whether it's a good one or a not so good one, like they get slated for it, and I think that's so shit that they do that, because especially if it's somebody starting out, like
Yours
I
is
did,
shit, isn't it?
mine's shit, but I don't care. No, but that's the thing. At least it gets me out, and I'm doing it.
You can still enjoy it with a shit magnet.
Yeah,
With a
exactly.
small 90 kilogram magnet. But I do always say, anybody that asks, I just say minimum of 200 kilograms. And
Yeah, if you're
ideally-
gonna do it properly, yeah, I agree.
But also, I don't know what your magnet is. What is it? Is yours a ferrite magnet?
Yeah, it is
So it'd be
actually, because the thing
120
is,
kilograms or something, is it?
I can't remember what it is. No, I don't even think it's that. To be honest, it's
I've
really.
got a ferrite magnet. I wonder where that is. It might be in my van as well. I pulled a ferrite. I think it might be bigger than yours actually. It's about this big. I pulled that out of that lock just up there
Oh really?
a few months ago.
Oh.
But they are good, and you can still pull things out. But the issue with them is, for me, is that you will miss more than you pull out. And when you get that feeling of something, it attaching to something, that sort of clicking onto it, and then you can't pull it, it's pulling off every
I
time.
know.
It's frustrating.
That's the thing, but it's funny you should talk about ferrite, because I've been finding out some information from some companies that sell magnets, because I wanted to know the science behind it, because I like to know how things work and how it's made and stuff like that. So hopefully later on I'll be putting some out, because this is the thing, when I was looking for what magnet to buy, I didn't understand any of these terms, especially when you're new to it, like what the fuck is ferrite and shit like that. So I'm gonna hopefully be putting out some science about it, but I think that'll help people though, because
See, my understanding also was that ferrite magnets were a lot more brittle than neodymium magnets, and I've smashed my magnet. My magnet's broke. It's in 3 pieces now. It's still held together,
yeah,
but it's cracked in 3 places. So
and that's your Neo one.
yeah, and
Wow.
that's the £1,000
How
one.
did you do that?
Throwing it too far and it hitting a wall at the other side of the canal, and it just shattered. So I always thought that they were tough, but they're not. But yeah, having a stronger magnet obviously betters your chances. And it's as simple as that. This is what I do. Spend most of my time on phone.
Fucking yeah.
I'm addicted to it. I admit it. I'm addicted to it.
I am now. Since I started the Mama Magnet stuff, it's been insane. It's been insane. It's crazy.
But to be fair, like, I'm not saying that your channel isn't entertaining or anything, or that you're not a nice person, but throughout my life, when I've been involved in any sort of group, whenever a woman comes into that group, people around them like flies around shit. I'm not suggesting that you're shit,
I do smell like
But-
shit. I've been sweating.
but you know what I mean? Like, as soon as there's a woman involved in anything, people are just fucking...
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. It's only me. I don't get it. Anyway, whatever.
Are there any people local to you that do magnet fishing that you've met up with or interested in meeting up with? Or...
Not dead local. Like I guess, I think you're the nearest. Well,
What about Leeds? Leeds is close, isn't it?
Oh, there was a guy in Leeds. Actually, there was a guy in Leeds who works in Huddersfield that contacted me and said, if you ever want to go, we can go. And then there's you. And I think Daniel, but I think he's a bit further away from Let's Get Dipping.
Are
But
you
no
on the
women.
Magnet Fishing Yorkshire group?
No, I'm not. Is there a Yorkshire group?
You're not even Yorkshire. You don't even know there's a Magnet Fishing
Well,
Yorkshire group.
people
You
need to
can't
tell me about it. I'll look for the pages, but that one's not come up.
Yeah, it's started by a friend of mine and myself. We've got...
So why have you never told me about it?
I just presumed you're on it. You are Miss Yorkshire. I just thought that you would know about it.
I don't, but now I do.
Well, anyway,
So I'll look for it.
there's a Facebook page that is Magnet Fishing Yorkshire. If anybody wants to sign up to it from area, and you can do that. And Mama Magnet here is
Admin.
going to sign up to it also.
I'll sign up then.
But the plan is that because it's not that old, it's only a few months old, and we've got like I
that'll
don't
be
know,
why then.
just over 100 members, I think, which is not bad. We are planning on having a meet up
Oh, that'd be awesome.
with a few people. I think that is
Oh, I've been dying to do that.
because there's only 2 people that I've ever met to do with magnet fishing, and one of them is Sean, who, when I met him the day that my drone fell in the river. So, do you know the story about my drone?
I think it rings a bell, but I don't know the proper
so
story. No.
I spent £700 on a drone, and amongst other things, it was I was excited about getting some good magnet fishing footage from a drone. So I took it down to a river in Rotherham, and the idea was to meet this guy, and we were going to magnet fish and get some footage. But I'd got a camera also. Well, I was using my phone at the time, but also the drone was going to add some extra. In a place like this, when you take the drone up, you can see where it is, and you can see how industrial it is actually in comparison to what it looks like at ground level and all that. And it looks good. And everybody loves drone footage, I think. Anyway.
Well, it looks good when you do your van life stuff. The drone, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So I'd arranged to meet this guy at a time, and he was running a bit late, so I was filming myself. And I took the drone up, and I was flying the drone around and got some really nice footage. It was the first time I'd ever filmed magnet fishing on a drone, and first time I'd filmed over water. And I was flying it around, and the next minute the drone malfunctioned. Flew into
It's
a tree.
not good for 700 quid, is it?
Flew into a tree and then dropped into the river. So there's a video. If you
There's
look
a
back,
video.
if you look back far enough, there are videos of
It crashing.
of it crashing. Yeah, it's all on video. It was all filmed on the drone.
Underwater.
It cut off just before it hit the water.
Oh.
But there are videos of it flying into the tree and then falling. So there are videos of me talking about it after it had happened when I was piss wet through, and videos of the. It's quite interesting actually. I'll send you a link to some, but the aftermath of it, what happened afterwards. So basically, it dropped in the water. So I took all my stuff out of my pocket, jumped in the river on my own, which is really
so
dangerous.
dangerous,
Yeah.
Liam.
It was a fast-flowing river in winter. Well, not in winter, but not quite summer. Probably early spring. Swam across to the other side, which is where it dropped into the water. When I got to the other side, expected it to be shallow and being able to pick it up, and it was about 10 foot deep.
Oh my god.
And I couldn't get it. So at that point, I'm in fully clothed, freezing cold.
I shouldn't laugh because it's
it's-
like you could have really
Yeah,
been
so
in
then I had to
trouble.
swim back across to get my stuff.
Oh my god.
Put all my stuff together, went around a bridge to the other side, fell off a wall about 10 foot onto my back, banged my head on a pipe, laid in these bushes upside down, feeling all dazed and confused and piss wet through, thinking I'm going to die here. Anyway, that was a long-winded story to say about the guy that I have met locally. And then the other guy that I met locally messaged me saying that he'd found this thing that resembled a missile shell. And he told me the area, so I went down straight away to get it, and then I found those things that I had to call the bomb squad for.
Right.
So he was the one that said that. And then, so I've met him. So I've only met 2 people from Yorkshire. Well, actually, 2 people throughout the old magnet fishing world, really. We're trying to have a meet-up. We're trying to get some more people together.
That'd be awesome. I'd love it. I'd love it.
So if you join the Yorkshire page, it's
I will.
magnet fishing Yorkshire, I think, is the name of it. But, and then hopefully try and get somewhere before the weather gets too bad. Get a meet.
Yeah, that's true because it's starting to, it's hit and miss.
And
at the
actually, I
moment.
might go back to the place where I found all those shells, because I guarantee there'll be more in there.
I'd love that.
I think it's a
I
bit too
bloody
much of a
love that.
coincidence that I found so many in such a small area. And like I said, one of the locks down here was bombed during the war, so there'll be stuff in the canal.
That's cool. But if you're getting into magnet fishing, don't do what Liam did.
Don't jump in water.
Don't
No,
jump in the
definitely.
water.
No, because
Don't
those
do that.
2 people died, didn't they? A few
And-
months ago.
Near me, yeah.
Was that? Oh,
Yeah.
it was in Huddersfield, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah. It was stupid, innit? And actually, you know, my dad jumped in the water as well, separately when he wasn't with me.
It's tempting though. I know why you did it. Because when you lose something and you pay money for it, your reaction is, I've got to get it.
Yeah.
Like me with the river, I've got to get it.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, it was only like, it wasn't deep.
Well, I didn't expect
But
that
that's
river
it. You
to
never
be deep.
know. You never know.
No. When I got to the other side, and I was literally 2 feet from the edge, and I couldn't touch bottom, and I was trying to swim down as much as I could. Nowhere near.
You can always buy more magnets.
And also, I could have got like my shoelace
Let it
snagged
go.
on the
Exactly.
the tree roots
Yeah.
or something, and that would have been it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do that. So yeah. What's it called again?
Magnet Fishing Yorkshire, I think.
So if you're from Yorkshire, oh, you don't have to be from Yorkshire. You can still
You
join.
can be like a southerner who wants to be.
All Southerners want to be like from Yorkshire.
Northern,
Yeah, absolutely. When I lived in London, they all loved it.
And
Couldn't get enough of me.
And you could be from Manchester, like some of the other YouTubers are, and want to be.
So
from
join the Yorkshire page. What is it again?
Magnet Fishing Yorkshire.
Magnet Fishing Yorkshire. Is there a slash in there?
I think there's a dash, but
Dash
I don't
slash.
think that really matters. I think if you just search for Magnet Fishing.
Magnet Fishing Yorkshire. I'll join. Everyone else join. And you'll see more of Liam. Or hear more of Liam.
Well, actually, yeah, that's true because the link to my YouTube channel is in a pinned post, so I'm at the top.
Well, there you go. And you'll see me, but I don't know. I
I
don't
might
know if
try
I'll
it.
be able to join this Magnet Mama though. Mama Magnet, sorry. It might be just me. Lucha. It
Yeah.
might be just me. But I'll be there.
Yeah, you will be there probably by the end of today.
There is a Yorkshire team that's just been to Detectival, and they're all Polish.
Really?
So we do exist.
No, there's a lot of, I don't think there's any doubt there's a lot of Polish. Some people think there's probably too many Polish. Not me. I like Polish people.
So right, you do.
Just not you. You're not Polish.
Yeah, but I am.
Somebody I know had this Polish food because they were Polish.
The best
And
food.
it was like a plattered sausage.
A platted sausage.
Yeah, it was like plattered.
Oh, like literally platted.
Yeah, literally plattered, yeah.
Sausage. Yeah, it probably.
But also, they had this stuff that was like yoghurt, but it was fish flavoured.
Schledge!
Bless you.
Schledge. So what that is herrings.
Yeah.
It's herrings, and it comes in so many different ways. So you can get it in like a
Like a
yogurty
yogurt.
cream thing, right? No, it's
I like
delicious.
fish, don't get me wrong, right?
And that could be like with ogurki and dill and stuff like that.
It just
Cucumbers.
looked like it could have been peach melba, but it weren't. It was fish.
No, it's so good. But then you can get the other version, which has got like tomatoes and stuff in it. There are all sorts, and then there's like a plain version with onions and peppercorns. There's so many different variations of it.
Polish people.
If you haven't
eat some
tried
weird
schledge,
things.
get
Bless
out
you.
and try it. Go to your Polish shop, because there's loads of them now, and get some. You can buy them pre-made.
Nobody wants to eat fish yogurt.
Yeah, but you make it sound really horrible, but
No,
it is actually so
right?
good.
It looked
so,
like yogurt, but it had fish in it and smelled like fish. Nobody.
Did you try it?
No, I didn't.
Then
no.
you can't say anything, Liam, because until you try it, you can't say shit all. I'm sorry. Looks can be deceiving, mate.
Well,
Sorry.
I mean, when you say fish flavoured yogurt,
It's
that's
not.
just enough
It's
to put you off.
actually like a cream. It's not a yogurt. It's like sour cream.
Right, but fish flavoured. I like fish. Don't get me wrong. Seafood is my favourite.
Try it.
But-
Try it. Just a little bit, and then you can give your verdict.
Right. Well, next time you can bring me some then. In fact, you should have brought me some Polish food
Look.
today.
I told you. I'm sorry I didn't bring you fruit. I
Told you.
brought some fruit. You didn't want the fruit.
Told you. Next time,
Yeah.
if you're ever welcome back here, you have to bring some Polish food for me. I'll try it on camera. So bring
See,
your
that
words.
could be a good video.
Bring your
I'll
words.
bring I'll see if I can get some pierogi. I'll get some śledzie. I'll get
Bless you.
some bigos. I'll get some what else can I get? I'll think of something else.
More made up words.
No, these are all awesome words.
The plattered sausage did smell a bit like farts, and that were a bit off-putting. I can't
Who
stand.
give you always?
I can't stand fart smelling meat. You know when
Right,
you like
it's
buy
when
like
you
a
open
pack
the
of ham,
packet and it's just
yeah,
yeah.
If it smells like fart, it's definitely going to put you off straight away.
And we'll get some Polish beer, or we could get some Wiśniówka, which is Polish vodka. But I don't know what I ended up getting home.
I don't drink that stuff like that.
You will drink this. I don't drink. I don't drink.
You'll make me.
You'll have to try it.
I
It's
want-
lush.
It's not. No vodka is nice. It's disgusting.
Polish vodka.
It's the same as any other vodka.
No.
Made in the same factory in China.
No. In China.
Everything's made in China. They're all made in the same factory. What's this?
So it's barsht, right? So it is. You have it with, you know, those pasta parcels. Is it tortelloni? It's called.
I've played pasta parcel before.
No, not pasta parcels.
Oh, okay. Pasta parcel. Yeah, I've had pasta parcel.
I think it's tortelloni. So you have that. So all right. Traditionally,
Tortellini.
we. That's the one. What did I say?
Tortelloni.
You know what I
It's
mean.
fine. It's all right. You're foreign. I'll let you off.
So
Which is Italian.
what's Italian?
Tortellini.
Yeah, I know, but you have it with the barsht.
Okay.
You can do. So we have it at Vigilia. So we don't celebrate Christmas on Christmas Day. Well, we do, but not like you guys. Our Christmas is on Christmas Eve, which is called Vigilia. And that is when we have about, if you're doing it properly, you have about a 10 to 15 course meal of amazing Polish food. So dziękuję, thanks everyone for watching.
Jak się masz?
It is actually that. Dziękuję.
Dziękuję. Jak się masz?
Not related to Borat.
Oh dear.
I'm glad I keep you entertained, Liam.
As if we just started quoting Borat.
No, that's actually real.
Dziękuję.
Dziękuję is thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Jak się masz?
Dziękuję. Thank you for watching.
Bye. Sign up to the Magnet Fishing Yorkshire page if you're from Yorkshire,
And you can check out my page as well.
and check out.
Mama Magnet.
But check out the Yorkshire one first. You know, 'cause the link to my YouTube's on there. Anyway, bye.
Bye everyone.